Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Michelle and I am Mish Market on Poshmark and on Instagram. I'm gonna show you my process today. So everything from, well, I already sourced the items. So I'm gonna show you what I do once everything is in my house and we'll go from there. Let's go. I actually spent all day yesterday sourcing and I did get quite a bit. I'll flip the camera around to show you. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna figure all that out. First things first, when I get home, I'll sort out all of the items and add them to my spreadsheet. I'll put in all of the costs under my expenses. I have a section in my spreadsheet just for expenses, and then I will start cutting tags and adding them in to my spreadsheet. So while I'm adding them in, I will check comps and then I save the little barbs for later. I save all of the microplastics into a separate container. Those will be recycled at a later time. I'll look over the item and make sure that there aren't any flaws that I missed, and in this one I of course did miss one which was a mistake, but I do think I can fix it because it's a hole in the seam, but it was a pretty big one, so I don't know how I didn't see it. Anyway, once I've looked over it, I'll check comps on that item and I'll put in the approximate price that I plan to list it for into my spreadsheet. The spreadsheet also has a space for the inventory number and information, which I'll put in later. Once I've sorted through everything, I will hang it up by category, and I do this just to make it easier for when I'm photographing later. Okay, so you can see here, I've got this whole rack totally filled. I've got pants, dresses, blazers, sweaters, tops with long sleeves, and then short sleeves, and that's just how I always organize things. I just organize them by category, tops and front, going shortest to longest, and then pants and dresses with jumpsuits and things. So I am going to get this all steamed and measured, and then I'm going to start photographing. I'm about to start taking measurements. What I just did was wrote down all of the items I'm going to take measurements for, and I just went down the rack writing down the names of the items, and then I will just write them down in the way it most makes sense to me. So the first one says 20-20, and that's 20 across the chest and then 20 length, so I know what that is, but I just made it a little bit more clear here so that you could see it. And yeah, just gonna keep going with that. Okay, so I'm about to start photographing. This is where I'll be standing, this area here, and I used to, well, I still have it there. It's a string hanging from a command hook where you wouldn't be able to see the command hook, and I would just hang the item from here. But now that I'm modeling, I just stand right in the center, and once I'm done with the item, I'll just put it to the side. So I've got the rack already there, and then the ring light, and I do have an extra box light in case I need it. I have just finished with a bunch of photographs, so now I'm going to start putting away the inventory for items that are photographed. I will pull out whichever bin I see has space, and I'll start to put in the bin letter and item number for those items into my spreadsheet at the same time. So when I pull up my spreadsheet and when I create the listing, I can use the inventory number to reference the location, and when the item sells, I'll know where it's at. So when I'm ready to start the listings, I will start the draft on my phone, and so I'll put that here, the recording, but I will upload the photos directly on my phone, use keyboard shortcuts for the listing template, and then I'll put the rest of the information that I need in on my desktop. Sometimes I'll airdrop the photos directly to my computer and just do it completely on my desktop, but I don't always like doing that because then I have to use the keyboard shortcuts later on, or have to type everything out on my own, which is just, you know, one extra step. So yeah, I like doing it this way. I feel like it saves me more time, but it's just my preferred way. Okay, so once the items are listed, I let them hang. That's really it. Once the items are actually ready to ship, I will print the labels the night before, and then I will pack them up in tissue and tape and ship them out for the following morning. I've been doing the USPS scheduled pickups, and those have been amazing. That's all. That's everything. That's the entire process. It's pretty simple, but I like it that way. It's easy to do, and it would be really easy to train someone to do this. So now that I model, I'm not so sure how that'll work out, but anyway. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. If you have any other time-saving tricks, please let me know down in the comments, and also drop your closet name so I can share the Posh love. Okay, thanks so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.